Hey students, our lesson right now is about the Quetiont rule in differentiation. This is an important lesson because impossible if a students will uh, will learn differentiations without learn this topic first, because this topic is a prerequisite knowledge for differentiation. Okay, let's begin. I will begin with the rule of this lesson. If y equal u over v, dy dx equal v times du dx minus u times dv dx over v squared. Or we may writing like this. This formula we may writing like this: dy dx equal v times derivative u minus u times derivative v over v squared. Call that u is an expression or a function. So v is an algebraic expressions or functions. Let's discuss this problem. Use the equation rule to find dy dx of this function. Firstly, if u equal x squared minus 3 and v equal 3x minus x squared, it means du dx equal 2x, okay, and dv dx equal 3 minus 2x, like this. How about dy dx? Dy dx formula is v times du dx minus u times dv dx over v squared, like this. Okay. Okay. V equal 3x minus x squared. Du dx equal to x minus u equal x squared minus 3 and dv dx 3 minus 2x. V squared over v squared, it means 3x minus x squared like this. And afterwards, we're going to multiply 3x times 2x. Gonna be 6x squared, and x squared times 2x equal minus 2x cubed. Afterwards, x squared times 3 gonna be 3x squared minus, because it's minus, and afterwards times negative 2x, gonna be plus 2x cubed, and of course 3 times 3 becomes plus 9, and negative 3 times positive 3 times negative 2, negative 6x. If we may expand this denominator becomes 3x squared is going to be 9. 9x squared minus 6x cubed plus x to the power 4. Okay, and then negative 2x cubed plus 2x cubed equals 0. So dy dx equal 3x squared minus 6x plus 9 9x over 9x squared minus 6x cubed plus x to the power 4. This is the derivative of this function. This equation y equal x squared minus 3 over 3x minus x squared. Let's continue. Next one. Find the gradient of the tangent to y equal x squared over square root x squared plus 5 at x equal negative 2. Okay. Means we're going to find m, the symbol of a gradient. If u equal x squared, it means u dx equal to x. And if v equal x squared plus 5 to the power half, it means dv dx, according to the chain rule, it's going to be 2x times a half x squared plus 5 power minus a half. And it becomes x because 2x times a half x squared to the power x squared plus 5 to the power negative a half, like this. Now du dx, dy dx, dy dx equal v times derivative u minus u times derivative v over v squared. It becomes v this one square root x squared plus 5 times 2x minus x squared times 1 times, x, 1 times x, 1x, 1x at the numerator x over square root x squared plus 5 over x squared plus 5. Because v squared, it means square root x squared plus 5 squared. It's going to be x squared plus 5. And if you calculate m or gradient, it's going to be x equal 4, because if x equal -2, it means x squared is -2 squared. So square root 9 times 2 times -2, -4. Okay, and this one minus 4, because -2 squared times -2 over square root 9 over 9 here. And it becomes 3 times -4, -12, and -4 times -2 plus 8 third, like this, over 9. And it becomes -36 third plus 8 third over 9. So -36 plus 8 equal -28 third over 9. And it's going to be -28 third times 1 like this. So m equal, or gradient becomes -28 over 27. So this is the gradient of this function. Next, the equations of a curve is given by y equal x squared plus 3 over x minus 1. Okay, we're going to find dy dx. Consider if u equal x squared plus 3 and v equal x minus 1. So it means du dx x and dv dx equal 1. So dy dx, according to the formula, v times derivative u minus u times derivative v squared, like this, and it's going to be v times, it means x minus 1 times 2x, okay, minus x squared plus 3 times 1 over v squared, x minus 1 squared. Okay, and it becomes 2x squared minus 2x minus x squared minus 3 over x minus 1 squared. And afterwards, dy dx I'm going to move to this space, dy dx 2x squared minus 1x squared equal 1x squared minus 2x minus 3 over x minus 1 square like this, and we may factorize x minus 3 times x plus 1 over x minus 1 squared. So this is the derivative or dy dx of this function. Okay, now we're going to find the range of values with dy dx less than 0. I'm going to move to the next page and recall that dy dx equal x minus 3 times x plus 1 over x minus 1 squared. Now we're going to find the value of x because we will determine the range. If dy dx less than 0, this, so I will erase. I'm going to erase this dy dx. Okay, and this expressions become like this. Inequality. So if we multiply by x minus 1 squared at the left side, all terms at the left side, and 0 times x minus 1 to the power 2 or square, it's going to be x minus 3 times x plus 1 less than 0. Okay. Now, we will determine the intercept point between this curve, okay, this curve and x-axis. How to determine the intercept point between these functions, this curve and intercept point? We need to set that these expressions, this inequality becomes equation. X minus 3 x plus 1 0, like this. So it means x minus 3 equals 0, or x plus 1 equals 0. So x equal 3, or x equal minus 1. All right. In Cartesian graph, if I draw Cartesian graph, this the x-axis, yeah, -1 position at the left side, while 3 position here, the coordinate point, I mean 3 here. So we're going to check which one the area, the solutions area. Okay. Now, at the left side of -1, there is -2, -3, -4, and so on. I'm taking -2. Okay. If x equal -2, x -2, and we sum into this this equation, -2, it means 4. Okay. If x -2, so I will sum into this inequality, I mean, not this one, these equations, because we will not find y, because we will determine the solutions area. So if x equal -2, it means this inequality, negative 2 minus 3 times negative 2 plus 1 less than 0. This is negative 5 times negative 1, 5 less than negative, less than 0. 5 less than 0, is it true or false? Of course, false. Okay, so the area at the left side of negative 1 is not include of solutions area. Okay, so now how about if x equal 4 as representative of the area at the right side of 3? If x equal 4, so this inequality becomes 4 minus 3 times 4 plus 1. 1 times 5, 5 less than 0. Is it true or false? Of course, false. If false, it means the area at the right side of 3 is not include of the solutions area. How about the area between negative 1 and 3? Let me check. If I'm taking 0, x equals 0, 0 minus 3 times 0 plus 1 less than 0. Negative 3 times 1, negative 3 less than 0. Okay. True or false? Of course, true. Okay. True, it means this area include of this area is the solutions area. Okay. X less than negative 1. Okay. Greater than negative 1, less than 3. Okay, so the range or the symbol I'm going to write in here, range equal the range of this statement equal x greater than negative 1 less than 3, okay, which x element of real. Okay, so this is the range. X less than 3, greater than negative 1. Let's continue, it's fun. Find the coordinates of the points. We're going to find the coordinate point on the curve, this function where the tangent is parallel to the x-axis. If tangent parallel, it means dy dx equals 0. If parallel, if the tangent parallel, it means dy dx equals 0. Okay, let's define dy dx. Consider u equal x minus 1 squared and phi equal to x plus 5. So du dx according to the chain rule, it's going to be 2 times x minus 1 times 1 and dv dx equal 2. Okay, and dy dx we may determine according to the formula phi times derivative u minus u times derivative v over v squared. Okay, and v equal to x plus 5. Derivative u to x minus 1 2 times x minus 1, it means 2x minus 2. Okay, if you multiply 2 times, if you multiply 2 and x minus 1, it's going to be 2x minus 2 minus u this one times 2. Okay, over x plus 5 squared like this. And we need to multiply 4x squared to x times 2x to x times negative 2, negative 4x. What's 5 times 2x? 10x. And 5 times negative 2, negative 10. Okay. And this is negative 2x squared. Okay. X squared times 2. Afterwards, 2 times negative 1 times x, negative 2x, negative 2x times negative positive 2x times 2, 4x, okay, and negative 1 times 2, negative 2. Like this, and it becomes the denominator 2x plus 5 square like this. Okay, we calculate for x minus 2x squared equal to x squared and negative 4x and plus 4x equals 0. So plus 10x was negative 10 minus 2, negative 12. Okay, negative 12 over the denominator 2x plus 5 squared like this. Okay, I'm going to move to this page. Recall that if the tangent parallel to the x-axis, it means dy dx equals 0. So it means these expressions or this derivative equal 0. Okay. 2x squared. Yeah, if this equals 0, this equals 0, and if we multiply by this denominator, okay, all terms at the left side times 2x plus 5 squared, and 0 at the right side times 2x plus 5 squared. And the outcomes is this one, 2x squared plus 10x minus 12 equals 0. Factorize 2x squared plus 5 6 equals 0. This. So it means if divided by 2, divided by 2, it means x squared plus 5x minus 6 equal 0. So we may factorize this. If you factorize, it becomes plus x plus 6 and x minus 1. So if x plus 6 equals 0, it means x equal negative 6 or x equal 1. Now, if x equal negative 6, if x equal negative 6, it means this equation becomes y equal negative 6 minus 1, negative 7 squared over 2 times negative 6, negative 12, plus 5, negative 7. Okay. 49 over negative 7, it becomes negative 7. Okay, so the coordinate point, negative 6 and negative 7. X, comma, y, negative 6, comma, negative 7. How about if x equal 1? If x equal 1, y equal 1 minus 1, 0 squared 0. And if this x equal 1, 2 times 1, 2 plus 5, 7 equal 0. So the second coordinate point is x and y, it means 1, comma, 0. Again, if x equal negative 6, y equal negative 7. So the first coordinate point is negative 6, comma, negative 7. If x equal 1, y equals 0. It means the second coordinate point is 1, comma, 0. Okay, students, I think it is very clear regarding this topic. If you have any questions maybe, or some of you not understand yet my explanations, of you have several questions to ask me regarding this lesson, you may send me your email through this email, hendrik.academy21@gmail.com. Thank you for joining with me in this lesson.